John Eastman, the infamous coup memo lawyer working for Donald Trump on the fake elector scheme, has once again been hit by another subpoena by the Department of Justice for his cell phone records. Now, as you'll recall, a couple weeks ago, John Eastman, when he was in New Mexico, said that he was met by FBI agents who seized his cell phone. He has, of course, been trying to get his cell phone back from authorities, and he actually had a court date coming up next week where he was hoping the judge would say, okay, you can have your phone back. But now that he's been hit with this second subpoena for the data on that phone, the judge in that particular case has said, yeah, the DOJ kind of showed that they have a need to go through your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and indefinitely postpone your little hearing about wanting to get your phone back, because the DOJ has done everything properly, everything they're supposed to do, so you cannot have it back. So the big question, of course, is why does the DOJ have to issue a second warrant? Well, I'm glad you asked that, and it's because apparently the courts were, at least to some degree, trying to protect John Eastman. And they wanted to make damn sure that if the DOJ had his cell phone, that they had every legal T crossed and I dotted. So the courts had told the DOJ, yes, you got the subpoena to take the phone, but if you want to go through the phone, you have to get a second subpoena to do that, which of course means you have to go to court, you have to show that there is probable cause, and then we'll give you a subpoena, and then you can look through it. Right now, so far, folks, the DOJ has had the phone, but they haven't been allowed to look at it. They've just had it on display, sitting in an evidence locker somewhere probably. But now that they do have that second subpoena, they will be legally allowed to go through the phone. Now, again, it's unclear why the courts had said, yeah, you can subpoena the phone, but you can't look at it till you get a second subpoena. That's not typical. That's not something that usually happens. You don't have to get two subpoenas, one to touch it, the other to look at it. And again, I can't help but think the courts were at least in some way trying to protect John Eastman and Donald Trump. But all that's out the window now because the DOJ, they were given these hurdles and they overcame them. Very easily, they overcame them. So John Eastman is in a lot of trouble. And if Eastman is in trouble, that means that Donald Trump is in trouble. And it's bad enough, right, that the DOJ had a late night court filing last night where they even released the pictures of how Donald Trump just had these documents, these top secret documents, stamped with that big red top secret stamp, just laying around. Next, by the way, to a box of framed magazine covers that Donald Trump was featured on. So those were kept in a nice little box, right? All of his little magazines with his face on the cover. The top secret documents, I just throw those anywhere. But hey, watch out for my face over there. So Donald Trump's in a lot of trouble there too. So he's in trouble with the DOJ for the fake elector scheme. His good buddy, the mastermind of the whole thing, is now going to have his cell phone rummaged through by the DOJ. He's in trouble for stealing the documents. He still faces all kinds of civil lawsuits all over the place for everything from inciting the January 6th riot to possibly raping somebody. So yeah, Donald Trump's got a lot going on right now, and it only seems to get worse with each passing day. I know what a lot of you out there are thinking. You're thinking, wouldn't it be amazing if you could wear the Ring of Fire logo across your chest? Well, now you can. Just head on over to our Teespring page to find some awesome merch we're offering for our viewers. We have more designs that are going to be added in the near future, so just follow the link in the description or take a peek at the shelf of merchandise under this video. Thanks for watching.